Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Miami Dolphins taking on the Houston Texans.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Houston Texans and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason. That they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week. 17 carries, 86 yards.
He's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Christian Wilkins. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Meeks. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. We're able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
Oh, good move. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Looking left sideline, it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Ty Davis-Price, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run from Ty Davis-Price. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
A good pickup there, a 22.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Drive begins with a carry by Davis-Price. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep, and on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Callahan, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
2 and now on 1st down. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to pass. Tua. That is caught at the 7-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimal level.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
To throw on 2nd down. Meeks, pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they were... up the screen, CD, a lot of free runners, and they got there late, and the penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield, they kept going towards the quarterback and knocked him down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this is picked up by the Dolphins, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. That's complete right around the 8. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 2nd and goal. Tua throwing middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston set to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Pierce takes it straight ahead, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Ty Davis-Price and the rest of this offense returning to the field. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a big play there for Miami. 58 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa on the move, and he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this.
Everybody just fucking, you're a superstar. Are you kidding me?
First quarter. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's got his man on the crossing route. Touchdown! A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. But it's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Houston's offense taking over again. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Meeks. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Out from the shadows of their goal line. Here's 1st and 10 from the 11. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Tua now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0. Then lost 5-6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver?
Touchdown, Dolphins! A big play there. 59 yards. And the Dolphins open the lead up to 34-0. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes this 35-0 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. Off play action. Meeks. He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. And they'll work this down inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Pierce now up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Derek Brown, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. To throw on third down. Meeks swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be fourth down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll start with Davis Price on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Meanwhile, Tua's throw taken in by Fitzpatrick. Call it a gain of a yard, and 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Looks like a...
You just watched. You're just going to watch. Really.
Nine-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Meeks got a man. It's McBride complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Meeks. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Christian Wilkins. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Tua going to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Tua, the final shot before half. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and it's the Eagles who are out in front. A.J. Brown, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head down to the Meadowlands to check on the Giants at home in MetLife Stadium. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Trevor Lawrence with a couple of touchdown passes there. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And at the moment, that game is tied with the visiting New York Jets. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them, so what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a handoff up the middle. Shields, and he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the run is Benjamin. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1 yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Up the middle they go. Callahan. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Shields. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
On this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run it with Benjamin. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff up the middle. Callahan, and he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run on 1st down. Shields. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Jump, 17. Choose the right. Right here, ready, go.
On the ground, Benjamin. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
3, 3. Under 10, 10.
2nd down. Here's Davis Price. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Ty Davis Price, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. Throwing on first down. Meeks. His throw incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Meeks. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Quay Walker came through to make the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. The Texans send the punter out as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Taken right around the 44. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On first down, Shields. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Good push up front in that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Benjamin. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check 26, check 26.
Up the middle they go. Callahan. And a short gain down to about the 33. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Going for it. Here's Davis Price. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Ready. 33, yellow.
They'll run on first down. Shields. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Ready? Drill, 52.
On first down, Benjamin. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll run again with Benjamin. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Defense keeps him out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it, because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sound in their coverage. No one is breaking free. And those ball carriers are getting tagged. If I were them, I'd think very hard about just...
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Texans offense set to regain possession. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 16. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. But they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Give to Davis Price up the middle here. And he'll have a Dolphins first out as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Shields. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down now, Benjamin. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 3rd down, Callahan. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll run on first down. Shields. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Davis Price up the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They run the counter. Benjamin. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, second down.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
On second down, Benjamin. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, Benjamin. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On first down, Benjamin. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Houston set to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Meeks. Going right side here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Operating from the gun. Meeks throwing right, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A pickup of 11 at a Texans first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Meeks. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Derek Brown able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Looking to throw on second down. Meeks. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out to this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Dolphins, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.